Ganji. I'm at home right now. It's about 10 in the morning. Feeling a little hungry. I was gonna order something, but I thought, why not just cook at home? So I'm gonna show you guys two easy recipes. One is for Kimchi Jjigae, which is a kimchi stew, and the other one is Bibimbap, which is mixed rice. Alright, so for the kimchi stew, let's go over the ingredients that we're gonna be using today. First one is, of course, kimchi. We'll need some red bean paste, which is gochujang, and a fermented bean paste, which is called doenjang. When people make kimchi jjigae, you can put tuna fish in there, you can put pork in there, and also in Korea they use spam a lot. So we're going to be making with spam as well as sausages. We need some green onions. We need some regular white onions as well. White onions, some garlic. On top of that, we're going to need a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of black pepper, and at the end, we'll be putting some tofu in there as well. So let's get to it. So basically right now, I'm going to prep everything that we'll be needing. Now we're ready to cook. We won't put the fire on. You can basically use whatever oil you have. I'm going to use a little bit of olive oil. After the oil heats up, we're going to hit it with the kimchi. Once the kimchi starts cooking, we're going to put all our meats in there. We got the spam, got the sausages with the red bean paste. But not only that, I also put in a spoon of the doenjang, which is the fermented bean paste. Now as it's starting to cook, we're going to add the onions. And with the onions, we're also going to add the garlic. What you want to do is you really want to get everything cooking, especially the gochujang and the doenjang, so it can release its flavors. At this point, I added about 600 milliliters of water. And now we're going to add the flavors. First, this is gukganjang. It's a soup soy sauce. Not too much, just a tad bit. You can always add more later. I'm going to use something called dashida, which is like a beef stock. And then last but not least, I'm going to add a little bit of sugar. Seasoning is in there. Give it a little stir. We're going to let it cook for about 15 to 20 minutes. You want to scrape up all this stuff on the side and put it in the soup. That's actually all the umami. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take our tofu, take a knife, we're going to throw that tofu in there. We're going to throw the green onions in there. And the last, we're going to put some pepper in there. And there you go. This is our kimchi jjigae. It is done. We're going to give it about a minute or two. And then we'll go over to the bibimbap. And now we're moving on to the bibimbap. To tell you the truth, there's a very simple recipe. You know, bibimbap is so popular. It's one of the most popular Korean foods in the world. You know, like any Koreatown, any Korean restaurant, it will have bibimbap, probably. If you ever took an international flight in Korea Airlines or Asiana Airlines, any Korean airline that goes international for over like 3 hours, one of their choices is bibimbap, which basically just translates to mixed rice. I mean, of course, there is, a recipe that, you use what is called namul, which would be vegetables. It can be like spinach or, all types of shit. But this is a very simple recipe that I'm going to show you. First, we got the rice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some margarine in there. It makes all the difference, to tell you the truth. Bibimbap is actually based on a lot of different types of vegetables going in there. It's all about the texture, what kind of texture you give it. But to me, it's more about the flavor than the texture. I mean, the texture is important, but the flavor is what really counts. So as long as I leave that little stick of margarine in there, it's gonna melt. The next step I'll do is I'm gonna take some bean sprouts. These is actually seasoned bean sprouts. I'm gonna take a little bit of that, top it off right there like that. And this is seasoned radish. It's called musengchae. And what the bean sprouts, they call it in Korea, is 콩나물. But these are both seasoned. Therefore, you don't need a lot of seasoning in this, because it's so well seasoned, the vegetables. Another important step would be sesame oil. But I don't have no sesame oil, so what I'm going to use is perilla oil. Give it a little splash of that. And keep on mixing. So at this point, what you want to do is you want to make sure there is no grain of rice that is white. You want to make sure every speck of rice is seasoned. As you can tell, the seasoning from the vegetables is not enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of the red pepper paste in there, the gochujang. The last step, this is not a necessary step. So like I said, it's not written in stone, the ingredients you got to put in. This is just my final touch. I like to put a little bit of this roasted and seasoned seaweed. Usually in a bibimbap, you would have an egg on top. I don't got time for that, I'm hungry. Bibimbap is ready. And just like that, we are done. To tell you the truth, it probably would be better with the egg, but I'm too lazy to do that shit. So I know you guys must probably be thinking like, yo, you eat this shit for breakfast? Actually, we don't. I mean, I told you it's 10 a.m. before, but that doesn't mean I woke up. This is actually a very late dinner for me. After this, I'm going to chill for a little bit and go to sleep. I'm very nocturnal. But for those of you that stuck around, watched this video to the end, I appreciate you. I'm really trying to get into this YouTube thing. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment, and if you can, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.